And here he is.
Okay.
Hi
Daniel.
guys. Hello everyone.
Hey, good to see you,
Hello,
Daniel.
hello. Nice to see you too, D. Hey.
Wow. And I can't imagine where you are right now, Daniel. Airport,
I'm in
hotel,
Emirates.
in what? Sorry?
Yeah, in Emirates in Dubai. Just
Yeah,
finished Namibia a few days ago and working on all the documents and paperwork at the moment.
I know you've got a lot going on. Well, I can't tell you how grateful I am that you are here tonight. It's, as you can see, glowing afternoon here for us, and I guess most of us. Jerry's here from Copenhagen at 10 o'clock. But for the most of us, it's not nighttime, and so we really appreciate you being here. Um,
Yeah, that's my pleasure. Yeah, nice to hear from you all guys.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm waiting a while for this, and it's very exciting. And as I was just saying to everybody, we have some special news of some more opportunities for this tour that we talked about earlier, um, which that'll be fun. We can bring that up later. Well, anyway, listen, everybody, thank you for being here. Welcome. I don't want to keep Daniel too long because it's like 11 o'clock at night for him, and I want to first of all, thank him very much for taking this time of night where he is in his travels to be with us. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of Daniel's schedule, but I mean, he's just come off of 7 tours in the last 2 months. And while he does this, and I've seen him do it, he manages all his upcoming tours. Most of them sell out really quickly, and he's managing the tours and participants. And right now he's doing all that well into 2026. So I can tell you, he doesn't typically get to speak to people about the tours like this. So it's a real privilege to have him here today. And to help us learn more about the exciting details of the Indonesia Odyssey adventure and answer all of our questions. I've had the pleasure of many adventures and scores of photo locations with him across 3 continents at this point. So let me be the first to tell you what an extraordinary opportunity this is for you guys to learn from one of the world's leading photographers and workshop leaders. Daniel, if you don't know already, is renowned for his breathtaking images that capture the beauty of the natural world. He has a unique ability to inspire and educate photographers of all levels. And with years of experience leading photography tours, some of the most stunning and remote locations, Daniel's workshops are not just about making pictures, they're about creating unforgettable experiences and honing your craft. And this adventure to Indonesia next June is your chance to be guided by a true master in the field. So as not to take up any more Daniel's time than I have to, it is my honor to present to you all Mr. Daniel Kordan.
Thank you, Dee. Thanks for introduction. So basically, a few words also about myself. I moved to Bali about 3 years ago. We went with my family a few times back in the past. There, we absolutely loved it, and I decided to make it my new home. So Bali, Indonesia, in general. So this workshop, it's actually not just about Bali. We will visit about 5 or 6 different islands, not counting all the islands that we visit during the Komodo cruise itself. Yes, so in total, maybe we score up to 7 or 8 different islands with different cultures and different landscapes as well. Yeah, so we started in Bali's international base. It's very easy to get from all over the world. Wherever you're traveling from Canada, you're traveling from Europe, you can arrive to Denpasar. Yeah, usually people who come from, let's say, North America, they fly to Singapore first, or you can fly via Japan also, via Tokyo. You can fly in via Taiwan as well. So different option. Yeah, Singapore Airlines has quite good flights from North America. So then you arrive to Denpasar. You can arrive a day before the trip start, or you can arrive the day of the start, the 10th of June. Also, I just send another interesting idea, because many of you also interested in wildlife. Yeah, we can visit orangutans of Borneo. That's another island, as you can imagine, but that's extension trip. So if you want, you can also consider that. Dee will send you all the necessary information, how to get there, and what's the logistics behind that. Yeah, and then you decide. So if you're keen on wildlife, you can visit Borneo with orangutans. We have a beautiful boat there. So basically, you're cruising on the river on so-called Kilatok boat, and then you visit some feeding station to meet
Now, this
orangutan.
will be 2 days before, right, Daniel? Two days before the 10th is Indonesia, the Odyssey that we're all here about, but the orangutans in Borneo would be the 8th to the 10th, right? Oh, you froze. You froze.
Correct. So tour, it's landscape photography. Yeah. It's mostly about landscape and travel. The main trip, it starts on the 10th of June. So basically, when you're looking for international tickets, you must arrive on the 10th. Doesn't matter, you can arrive any time of the day. We provide all the transfers, and you'll be met at the airport and transferred to hotel. Yeah, and if you can wildlife, on orangutan in particular, they're very nice, intelligent, then 8 to 10 of June. Yeah, so
I can send you guys all the link for that.
Yeah. That's just it's formalities. Just you need to decide if you want to visit wildlife. Yeah, so many people ask me about that, so we can do that as well. Very easy. Yeah, have a good team on every island. So after Bali, we actually fly to Sumba. Yeah, next. No, after Bali, we actually go to Komodo cruise, and from Komodo we already go to Sumba. So basically, what to expect from Komodo, we decided to include also Komodo cruise. So you stay on the boat, you overnight on the boat. That's a very beautiful cruise boat. So basically, everyone got cabins with like private facilities, the toilets, each cabin, air conditioner, also each cabin, and every day you wake up in a beautiful place. So this will be for 2 nights. It's a Komodo archipelago, Komodo cruise. Well, as you know, many Komodo dragons. Yeah, Komodo dragons is a beautiful creature. It's a bit scary, but for me, Komodo is mostly about landscape. Yeah, all these amazing islands in the sea with corals. You can swim, snorkel there. It's like a real paradise in Komodo. And already after Komodo, we fly to Sumba Island. So in Sumba Island is a beautiful place. Do you love this place? Yeah, with these dancing trees at Sumba. Yeah, it's very, very nice place for abstract photography, for minimal photography. When you have this beautiful mangrove trees, very unusual mangrove trees with reflections in the water. Yeah, so maybe you've seen some photos. It's quite amazing place, because many of the guests who visit Indonesia, my guess, they win some international contests with these images, and they print them on in the living rooms. So people really love this place, like little bonsai trees with reflections.
Yeah, and there's so much variety I've noticed too, Daniel. Like it's not like everybody has to take the same shot. There's so many different subjects and compositions you can get with those trees that I've seen.
Yeah. All right. That's about the Sumba. Yeah, and then after Sumba, we fly to the next island. It's Java, one of the biggest islands in Indonesia. So then we visit epic Bromo volcano. So Bromo is the highlight. It's like a cherry on top of the cake. That's the last spot for us. So this will be on which date? It will be on we fly on day 9. It's 18th of June. So we fly to Bromo, and 19th of June we actually shoot sunrise in Bromo. So we drive on the Krater Rim on the small cars and Toyota Land Cruisers, cars, and then we photographed sunrise. That's June, actually quite good time to visit Indonesia. It's a dry season, so as you know, the best time to come is actually March until October, I'd say. But June, July, it's a good time because you can observe from, yeah, so you can stay on the crater rim, and then you can see basically it's like a dish with milk inside. All the crater in front of you is filled up with clouds. So this happens only June, July, normally from my experience, and it's not so hot in Indonesia this time. Even Bromo, it can be down to 5 degrees Celsius. It's not hot always. Also out there in terms of which wear to take, which gear to take with you. So we'll explain in additional documents. Let's say we send you additional information how to get ready. In Bromo, let's say you can rent a jacket, but most of Indonesia, that's comfortable shirts about 20-25 degrees Celsius in average. So it's June, it's not that hot and not that humid anymore. It's considered to be dry season. So that's why most of my trips, most of the trips that I do with my friends like we do in June, July. Yeah.
It sounds amazing. It sounds really comfortable. So we don't have to worry too much about
so guys,
extreme
also
clothing.
if you have any questions, let's discuss. It was just a quick overlook of what you can expect. Of course, best just to see the pictures that the itinerary that D can send to you. And well, photos, they talk much more than the actual words, so that you can get like hundreds of great images from the strip, and it's really comfortable. That's not physically demanding at all. So anywhere we go, it's either cars or boats, so motorbike transfers, sometimes even to waterfalls in Bali. But that's just a small little spoilers right here. What to expect. That's a whole adventure. And of course, we stay in amazing resorts, so carefully choose hotels on the strip. So some resorts of Indonesia, very nice food, really comfortable. Oh, yeah. Any questions? Just let's discuss.
I do have a question of this is Stancy. As far as the plane transfers, are you providing guidance as to how we need to do those? Because I think those are on us to make the arrangements. Is that correct?
So the question, sorry, it's a little bit
Okay.
slow signal. So the question about logistics, right?
Yeah, Stancy was asking Daniel about the logistics of the commuter flights. How is that arranged, and like the commuter flights between the islands?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we usually send out the flights list, exact flights that you must take, because let's say between and then Komodo Tumba is another 1 hour flight. So basically we send out the list of flights, and then you make your own flight arrangements. Everything else except flights is included on the trip. So we included hotels, all the transfers from airports as well. So you just need to take care of the flights. So all the meals as well, they all included. Basically, all the flight details, they will be sent to you by me or D later when they open for bookings. Usually it happens around December, January 25, all the schedule of the flights is open up and you can already book it out. So it's no rush with that. For international flights, those who booking, you can already make arrangements for international flights, but for local flights, it's no rush with that.
You've frozen up there, Daniel. You froze there, Daniel, in the middle of the flights. I don't know if everybody.
Yes. Let me try again.
There you are.
I can also switch off the video. Sometimes it helps.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay,
Is that okay with everybody? No.
Okay, let me stop the video, so maybe
Okay,
just with audio.
That's okay. That's okay.
Will be better.
Yeah. So, Stancy, does that answer everything you want to know about the flights at this time? Of course, it's not open now to know.
But at least I understand so that we know what ones we need to book. That's the guidance that I was really looking for.
I mean, for sure, Daniel's going to let me know, and I'll let everybody know, where, what flights they should be booking. And I mean, from my experience there so far, and Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, these inter-country commuter flights aren't very expensive, right?
Yeah, the total budget for all the flights will be about 400, 500 US dollars. It's all the flights, local flights. It's maximum. The prices, they vary, but it's no more than $500 usually.
Yeah,
it's
that
like
makes
about
sense.
5 flights or so on this trip.
Okay, and
Stancy, I have one other question. Are there visas required?
I think, yeah, for Canadians, I think it's visa on arrival, if I'm not wrong. So what happens? You can either just make the online form just a day or two before the trip, or you can make visa on arrival. It costs about 20 or 25 US dollars. So basically, it's just another window upon arrival. So you come first to this window, you pay this $25 fee. They put a stamp on your passport, and then you proceed through the border control and customs.
So we don't even have to worry about doing this in advance online.
You can do online. I suggest to do it online. It's just a simple form. Pretty much, you just state your arrival date, your departure date, hotel, the first hotel you stay in, and this is it. It's a very simple form, but it minimizes your your quit time at the border, because you can proceed straight to immigration, because then the whole airplane will be ahead of you. So that's why, to save some time at the border, it's better to make it online, and then simplify, minimize the time and the lines in the airport.
We'll send a link out to all participants in advance to get that visa.
Yep. Yeah, it's very easy form to make. Yep.
Fair enough. Andrew asks, the biggest question is the gear we should be bringing, and also, are the accommodations nice?
Yeah, that's a good question, especially about the gear. Interesting, yeah. If you want to join Orangutans Wildlife Extension, then for sure you need to bring some bazooka lens, like 100-400 lens. That's the best. Or last time I even brought my 600mm 4. That was quite handy for the birds as well. But if you're joining just the main part, I suggest something from 14 or 16mm up to 400mm lens. Yeah, the most useful will be, I'd say, 24-70 wide angle, and 70-100 or 100-400. That's good for some distant landscapes. Like sometimes there are beautiful light rays in the jungles, or we do some portraits of kids playing at the waterfall, or just running in the jungles with some kite. There's some fun stages like that. And accommodations, of course, they're super nice. So basically, it's the best world-class resorts. We're staying Then the worst thing about accommodations is actually you won't see too much because we'll be always out on the road from sunrise until sunset. It's just packed with some beautiful sunrises, sunsets, some portrait photography as well, with the culture elements of human interest, as we call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and this also question about the drones as well. Yeah, drones. If you have the drone, you must bring it. If you don't have a drone, please consider bringing the drone. We also teach how to use the drone. Yeah,
Yes.
even if you used it.
Yes.
It's not Canada. There are no restrictions. You will not go to jail for that. It's no way. Feel free to bring it. Yeah, we teach the drone in some places like Komoda. We even arrange special permission even inside the national park, so you can fly the drone inside the national park and get some beautiful shots officially with the permits that we make for the group.
That's amazing, because most countries with national parks don't allow drones there. So that'll be incredible.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
any other questions?
Jerry also asked, he said,
yeah.
Daniel also makes use of the models dressed in native costumes. Is it appropriate or expected to tip those individuals for their services?
We actually include everything. So once you are there, you don't need to worry about anything. So all the tips to local models, they all included as well. Yeah, it's not a big problem. So the only thing you must arrange on the trip is actually your international and domestic flights. So everything else is covered.
Yeah. I wonder if you wouldn't mind putting that link. Hang on, maybe I want to put the link to the orangutan add-on here in the chat, so people can have a look at it and ask any questions about that as well. Because I think for me, that's a no-brainer. I mean, it's like to go and spend a couple of days with orangutans. Here we go. I got it.
Yeah, so about this extension, it's optional, but the best way to come over is actually via Jakarta for that trip. Yeah, because from Jakarta there are direct local flights to Borneo. Yes, it's a good idea to arrive the day before, then just stay overnight, have some rest in the airport hotel, and then usually 6-7 a.m. there are flights from Jakarta to Borneo. Yeah, it's just 1 hour flight. But of course, it depends if you're interested in wildlife at the first place, and it's guaranteed that you'll see orangutans because there are stations there. So it's wild. They are wild, but many of them they introduced. Let's say it's like rescue. So they were rescued from zoo, or just like street vendors, where people were actually abusing them. So many of them like mixed. Yes, some of them wild, some mixed. From rescue, and then they still feed them. It's very easy to photograph because all of them they come at a certain time to the feeding stations, so it's you can get absolutely beautiful shots.
And unobstructed, obviously.
Yeah.
That's great. I know several of us on the call were at the Zoo Tampa beginning of June, or end of August, and sorry, not end of May, beginning of June, where we were shooting orangutans, which are incredible, but of course, they're enclosed, and you can't get them in a zoo. You can't get them in the time of day you want to shoot them. Will we be able to shoot the orangutans in this case at with some better light than midday, or what do you think?
Yeah, so there are 4 or 5 feeding stations, actually, the four main feeding stations. And the first days we arrived at early. It's usually 7 a.m. or so, 8 a.m. we arrive, so we able to visit 1 or 2 stations. And usually it depends on the weather mostly. because most of the stations, the first stations is Pandok, Tangui, we visit 1 p.m. So the second station we visit 4 p.m. So the sunset is 6 p.m. So usually 4 to 6, I'd say that's the best time, because the light is not so hard anymore. Yeah, it's kind of sunset light. But personally, I prefer the scattered light for orangutans. Yeah, when it's some cloud cover coming in, which is very often, is definitely rainforest over there, because it rains sometimes like hell, almost equator. Yeah, and it's very fast though. Yeah, the rain comes for like 15 minutes. It just runs like a shower and then passes away. Yeah, and then you can photograph again. Just need some good rain protection for yourself. Yeah, some poncho with you, umbrella, and some cover for your camera as well. That's Borneo mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody should be packing some packable shells, lightweight, that can be crammed into any bag and be easily pulled out and stuffed back in again. That's the best way to go for when you're going to have rain. Are there any tips for shooting in the varying environments of Bali, Komodo, Sumba, and Java? Well, we covered the lenses that you want, or that will be suitable, and drone, of course. Very generous of you to invite those who haven't done a lot of drone photography as we do. But I tell you guys, if you haven't gotten there yet, once you do, you never go back. It's addictive.
It is, yes. And Indonesia, one of the few countries that is actually super relaxed. You can fly the drone anywhere you want. It's very easy. People are really friendly about that. Some kids in the villages, they're quite curious also about drones and photographers. It's a super friendly country. Basically, if you're keen on street photography, just you can photograph anyone in Bali. People will be smiling. No one will beg or ask for tips from you of money. Yeah, it's very friendly country in terms of photography. Super
Are there any
people.
Cultural sensitivities that we should be aware of? Like any traditions, anything that we should just know if we're going into these villages or temples or whatever around them? Are there any really just any cultural sensitivities that we might want to be aware of, other than don't yell and scream?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you need to be respectful to local cultures, especially in Bali. In Bali, they're very religious people. They have a lot of temples, and praying there, the temples, is part of their religion, part of their culture. Let's say there are a few rules, like in some temples that we are going to enter, you must wear so-called sarong. That's actually quite fun for the group as well, because everyone need to wear sarong, and this is a skirt. Yeah, this is a long skirt. So everyone wearing these colorful skirts and this little hats, kind of hat called udang. So then only in this outfit you can enter the temple. Yeah, of course we will provide it for the group when we're entering, but you can experience being inside the temple and meeting some local families as well. So local Balinese family with some kids, and they will pray, they will put some offering to the temple. And there are a few things, let's say, when they pray at the temple, you cannot photograph, you cannot enter between the person and the temple. So basically the eyesight between the person and the temple, it should be clear. So you cannot enter between the person praying to the temple. This is the thing you must understand. But other than that, every island we go, we have local guides. So if you will do or try to do something wrong, so you will immediately a local guide will talk to you about that.
We'll correct. Yeah, we'll correct or remind as needed.
Yeah, but nothing crazy. Like it's like I'd say we had some troubles in let's say Arabic countries, but in Bali, in Indonesia, from my experience, we never had any problems with people. They're just too friendly with us.
Listen, everyone here on the call, I can tell you, are friendly and respectful and courteous. What I like hearing most about that, Daniel, is not only do we get to now witness the traditions, but in some ways be part of it, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So the main idea of this trip also, like, of course, all of you've heard about Bali, but people understand Bali as a place of good resorts. It's like beach holiday. It's good to combine it, of course, but for me, Bali it's about culture. So we take people to less visited locations. So basically, it's my secret spots, far east of Bali or far north of Bali, where people usually don't come, so you can see the real life of people over there. So that's the idea. But if you want to stay and have some rest after the trip, I also can recommend you a few nice resorts. It's a good idea actually to stay a bit longer before or after the trip, just to relax a little bit, because after 10 days of intense photography, you might be a little bit tired, I'd say. You have a lot of inspiration, have a lot of images with you, but if you want, you can also stay a few days longer at a nice resort on the beach, just relax, no more sunrises at 5 a.m. Yeah, you know the drill.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what that's like. But I mean, in your case, I've seen you jump from one continent to the other and then go straight into a tour. I don't know. Listen, just afford us all your energy, Daniel. That would be amazing. I would like that very much. I was just reading a comment here that from Andrew saying that it looks like we're sold out, but I think maybe he might have been on the wrong link. I'm going to just make sure everybody has the same link.
Yeah, so guys, I will have a few tours in Indonesia, but this particular one we're talking about, it's 10 to 19 of June. We are leading together with D. So if you visit, let's say, my website, Daniel Kordan, you might also see other dates with similar itinerary, but make sure you have this one. Yeah, 10 to 19 of June. This is the correct one. So all other trips,
just re-put
they
that
indeed,
chat.
all other
Just
trips
re-put that
indeed
link.
sold out already. So this trip is very popular. It's one of the best trips I have at the moment.
So yeah, so I've just put the correct link for this tour with us, for us in the chat as well. Yeah, Andrew, I think you're right. It's probably, you might have looked at different dates. No, there's still some room, guys. There's still some room. Another thing, another question that came up was, are there any recommended vaccinations or health preparations that we need to be aware of?
Not really. No, there is no. The places we go, there is no malaria, no, just no epidemic, nothing like that. So like millions of tourists, they come every year, they visit Bali, and everything is fine. There are not so many mosquitoes either. So the places we go, it's not like in deep jungles somewhere. Yeah, even Borneo, when we go, it's not so many mosquitoes at all. It's quite relaxing. So far, I do the trips there for about 3 years, so no problems with health,
Fantastic.
nothing like that.
How's the water, Daniel? Like bottled water like most places, or is it free to drink from the tap, or what do you think?
No, Indonesia, I do not suggest to drink from the tap, but we provide bottled water for the cars, for the boat. So everywhere you go, you will have bottled water. At hotels, the same. Yeah, it's totally fine, totally safe with the food. We go visit the best places for the meals. The meals are really good. It's usually a la carte, so you can choose if you prefer to taste Indonesian food. You're welcome to do so. It's a bit spicy, yeah.
I
Those
love
who
it.
love spicy food, but it's also Western food everywhere. Really good Western food as well. If you can have the steaks, you can have some grill food, some salads, vegetarians. If you love it, you're in paradise, because Bali, in particular, the place we live in, it's Ubud, central Bali. That's kind of mecca for yoga people. Yeah, so vegetarians, vegans, they all there in Bali. So you can taste different fruits, and it's a lot of greens as well. They're very nice and safe to eat it. So far, no problems again with the food, with meals.
And I also I heard recently that there are no, like, meals aren't served with chopsticks. That's not a thing in Indonesia.
No. It's about Japan, Japan or China, a little bit more north.
Yeah, yeah. It was just an assumption that okay, you're gonna have this sort of cuisine you eat with chopsticks, and they're like, no, here's a fork and here's a spoon, and we have Indonesian restaurants
No,
here,
they
and I
usually
absolutely
don't
love them.
eat.
But you ask for chopsticks, and they give you a weird face. So anybody clumsy with those, don't worry about it. Brian asks, are there any special considerations for travel insurance, or any special add-ons to insurance that we need to know about?
Yeah, for insurance, of course, I recommend insurance for basically every travel, every place you go, but it's a local thing. So wherever you live in, you must have your insurance. So usually, what I use myself, my bank provides me, along with the credit card, they issue me international insurance. So I'm not sure how it works in Canada, but normally just you can ask your bank to just a classical standard travel insurance. So we don't do any crazy stuff on the trip, just the classical insurance that covers worldwide, or Indonesia in particular.
Right. So we don't need like the medical evacuation insurance like we needed in Antarctica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And the question from Andrew also about accommodations. Accommodations of 4- and 5-star hotels and resorts, really good places. So I can send later the list of hotels, yeah, that I'm
Okay.
about to book for the next year, and you can check yourself also.
Great. Okay.
But you will not be disappointed for sure. It's really amazing places.
I'm sure. I am sure. What is the payment schedule so everybody knows?
Yeah, so for the payment, usually we request it's $2,000 US dollars deposit. Usually me or Dee, we can send you the link to pay. You can use the credit card to pay, and then the balance we charge 3 months before the trip start. So also the full cancellation policy, if you cancel for any reason, the full cancellation policy is also on website. You can check it out. Yeah. So if something happens, and well, just check the website. It's all there.
Okay. Anybody else?
Any
have
other questions, guys? Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
people? How many people will be on the tour?
So the
Up to
maximum we
12.
have 12 maximum. Yes. Yeah, and another question here from Jerry. Yeah, from Jerry. No, actually, for Bernal, you just need to tell us. For Bernal, you need to tell us if you go or no. So there is no additional deposit required, but it's a separate trip. So it costs $1,500 US dollars. Also covers everything, the boat rental. We have a big boat there, hotel, resort, and inside the national park, all the guides and entrance fees. But yeah, Borneo is a separate trip. It's a separate trip that is connected to the main trip. So basically, the last day, the day we finish Borneo, we are starting Indonesia trip.
Awesome.
I mean, the main landscape trip. Yeah, we're talking
You
about,
guys,
yeah.
If you're gonna go all that way and you add just 2 days to go to Borneo and see the orangutans and get some great wildlife shots there, I can't see how you'd want to miss it. I'm looking forward to that.
So just to be clear on my question, so it sounds like from what you're saying that if we're interested in that additional 2 days, we would sign up for this main trip as we have already, and then we would also then sign up for that trip. And it's essentially 2 workshops rolled into, one on the back of the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, good. I just wanted to be clear on that. Thank you.
Yeah. And that way, not everybody has to do the add-on, right?
Correct.
You sign up for it separately.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 100% in Borneo. It's 100% about wildlife. So from my experience, not everyone is interested in wildlife. That's why we separate it as additional trip. And also might be for some people 10 days. That's a bit too much. Yeah, so you also need to check your travel schedule if you're okay with to extend it to 2 weeks. Yeah, so just we will be happy to see you for all the 2 weeks. Just, double check it. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, I know that there's a number of people on this call that are that live for wildlife alone. So it's I'm sure is quite exciting for some here. I know I really wanted to see orangutans. They're incredible animals. So I'm really looking forward to the idea of getting up close and personal with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the main trip is mostly devoted to landscape photography. We have opportunities for travel, for portrait photography. I also invite models in many places we go, like Balinese dancers or Sumba horses, and Sumba have horse riders. So there will be always some surprise for you guys in every place, in every location we go. So not just landscape, but a bit of mix of different genres of photography.
There's some horses in Bromo, I think, right?
In Bromo as well. Yeah, there are Java riders that ride the horses in volcanic ashes and the dust. So it's like horses, they put all this ash in the air running. It's really, really scenic, really beautiful.
Get a lot
very
of
cinematic shots.
Awesome. Brian's asking, what are the currency considerations? Everything can be paid by credit or bring US dollars or local currency?
Usually I recommend to exchange about $100 to $200 just if you want to buy something local, maybe some souvenirs or whatever. But most of the places, they accept credit cards. It's just in Asia, they don't accept Amex cards in most of these places, but Visa, MasterCard, they accept everywhere.
That's good to know as an Amex traveler. My travel insurance is with Amex.
Yeah, but insurance is fine. I mean, just for the payment in.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. But again, everything is covered except of alcohol drinks. If you want a glass of wine or a bottle of wine, whatever, it's not included. Otherwise, even soft drinks, everything is covered. Yeah, no worries about that.
Does that answer that for you, Brian? Anybody else have any questions for Daniel?
Yeah, guys. So any questions you have, just let's discuss. Or maybe later, if you want to ask something, me or Dee, you can always check with us via email or just chat with us anytime.
Anytime. Yeah. Anybody, listen, reach out to me. Daniel, I know I can tell you, is like 4 guys running on global time zones here, running back and forth a bit. So definitely, shoot your questions to me. Any thoughts, concerns, considerations, whatever, shoot them to me. And if I can't answer it directly, then I will forward them on to Daniel, and he'll get back to me, I know, as soon as he humanly can. And I'll get to those answers as soon as possible.
Cool. D, any questions from you, my friend?
Oh, listen, I only wish I could go sooner. I'm really looking forward to this, Daniel. It's always a pleasure shooting with you. It's great to hang out with you, as everybody here will get to experience. So, in terms of, my involvement, I just want to help you host the best tour possible. And I know with all the information you're giving me, you're certainly facilitating that in spades. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to see it too. Yeah, absolutely, D. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Any other questions for Daniel or me, or any comments? Andrew says, thank you so much. Ryan's, thank you. I guess you see all the chats here too, right, Daniel? It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I read a few questions as well.
That's right.
So I see people interested. Yeah, so just come over to Indonesia, guys. It's super friendly, super nice country to visit. And it's quite exotic for us, for Western people, but well, you're in good hands for sure.
Yeah. And for everybody who's into wildlife, I mean, really take a look at that trip to Borneo 2 days in advance of this tour. It looks amazing. I'm going to be there. I will be there. So if nobody has anything else, we can let Daniel go and say goodnight to him. Daniel, thank you. I can't thank you enough for doing this so late at night. And while I know you're dealing with everything you're dealing with there. And so I really, really appreciate you taking this time for us. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, no problem, Z. So actually, if someone has any questions or just want to chat, shoot us email or just ping on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. Yeah, and hope to see you in Indonesia. So come over, join. It will be a real fun trip. It's a group of Canadians in Indonesia. It will be fun.
Yeah. Well, we've got Americans here too. Like Americans have joined us. People from all over have joined here on the call, thankfully. And I appreciate you being here
awesome.
very much.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll let you go, Daniel. Have a great rest of your trip, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah. See you. Talk to you later. Yeah.
All right. Ciao for now.
Ciao.